leaves the ground and you're not on it with him, you'll regret it. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but soon and for the rest of your life.
It's beautiful.
It's from Casablanca. I waited my whole life to say it.
Well, I guess you won't be needing me anymore. There's nothing I can tell you now that you don't already know.
I guess that's so. I guess the secret's not being you, it's being me.
Here's looking at you, kid.
Oh, great. Arvid. I thought I was the only guy in New York City without a date.
Mr. Moore, what's he doing here alone?
Hi, Arvid.
Mr. Moore, hi.
Played against Sam. It's pretty good, huh?
Are you kidding? It's me. It's my life up there. Oh, I'm here for the whole Woody Allen marathon. Oh, 3 o'clock. You must be here to see Manhattan.
Yeah, I wanted to see it on a big screen. You know, I like that Gershwin, nice and loud. Something about Manhattan that's irrelevant to my life right now.
Kid, I'm waiting around for Annie Hall. You know, after all I went through last week, I feel closer to the Wood Man than ever. Oh, by the way, I've got plenty of sandwiches if you want one, but sorry, I ate all the pickles.
It's okay, thanks. Excuse me, is the seat taken? So, you know, I've been wanting to tell you. I think you handled yourself admirably last week. I mean, with Lori.
Yeah?
You hung in there.
Thanks. Wow. I look up to this man. He's helped me through a lot of rough spots. If he only knew how I got that first date with Lori, I'd be humiliated.
Did you do it?
We did it. We got Arvid his birthday present. A date with Lori.
All right.
Here's the deal. We tutor Lori for 1 French test.
Then we have to write her Jane Austen profile for English Lit. Well, I'll take that.
Okay. All right.
And we got to do her term paper in home ec. Oh. Come on. It's the only way Lori will go out with him.
Okay.
Hey.
Arvid, you look great today.
Yeah?
Have you been working out?
A little bit. I've been sleeping with ankle weights.
That's exercise?
I thrash around a lot.
Well, whatever it is, Arvid, you're looking good. How long has it been since you asked Lori on a date?
Oh, hey, please, don't bring up old wounds. I'm almost over Lori.
I heard Lori's having problems with Barry.
Yeah.
No, it's probably just another false alarm.
Speaking as a woman, Arvid, I know Lori could use comforting.
Comforting?
Mm-hmm. Arvid, I saw her at her locker. I would do it. Go ask her.
Okay. Hi, Lori.
Oh, hi, Arvid.
Listen, I'm sorry to bother you. I mean, usually my ethics forbid me to, you know, capitalize on a reboundable situation, but I...
Yes.
Yes?
Yes, I'll go out with you.
You'll go out with me?
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Yes, I'll go out with you. My 6 favorite words.
Huh?
I can't wait to see Annie Hall.
That's 7 words. For me, it's Manhattan.
Oh, you like Manhattan? Hey, does that have anything to do with you and Miss Finch, the English teacher?
Me and Miss Finch?
How did he find out?
Come on, Mr. Moore. It was the hot topic at the junior prom.
Arvid. But look, we were faculty advisors together. You know, we worked on the prom theme. We chaperoned. That was really all there was to it.
The hot topic at the junior prom. I know we weren't that obvious. We couldn't have been that obvious. Yeah, we were that obvious.
Charlie, hi.
Hi, Melissa.
This is your free period.
This is the one.
Great.
So where were we?
Well, the junior prom is getting awfully close, and the kids on the prom committee still have not come up with a good theme. Unless you like Night on the Nile.
I went to a small high school, you know. Our junior prom theme was Elvis Presley night, sort of a salute to Elvis coming out of the Army. Should have seen me in my blue suede shoes.
You had blue suede shoes?
Oh, yeah, Mama.
Till it rained.
What do you think about RoboCop night?
Be great for slam dancing. What about Woody Allen?
As a prom theme. Charlie, you're brilliant.
It's not bad, is it?
It's perfect. I mean, I love Woody Allen. You remember in Broadway, Danny Rose, when he and Mia Farrow realized that, oh, maybe they're gonna fall in love and it could be terribly complicated and...
So what are you doing after school tonight? We could go down to Village, see if we can find some movie posters.
Rent some films?
Sure. I have most of Mr. Allen's books at my place.
Great.
Yeah. Great.
Great. How about tremendous? How about one of those days you'll remember when you're 90? How about I don't discuss this with one of my students?
So, how was that first date with Lori?
Hey, what can I say? I was masterful and she was pliant. I was charming and she was putty in my hands. I hope he buys that. Hey, everybody! You are looking at a man who died and went to heaven. What a great date! And are you ready for this? I am asking her to the junior prom.
Arvid, we gotta tell you something.
You see, Arvid, that is the rest of the class and we persuaded Lori to say yes to that one date.
Yeah, Arvid, it was just kind of like our surprise birthday present to you.
Wow! Thanks! Well, that was the greatest present anyone ever got for me. I love you guys. I mean, you got me to first base. Now all I have to do is steal second. Well, I just felt that someone had to act like a stud around the IHP. Besides you, I mean.
Besides me?
Please don't bring up Miss Finch again.
Well, you know, you and Miss Finch.
I told you. Now, it may have looked like we were spending a lot of time together, but that's because there was so much to do. We were deciding about the prom decorations and choosing the DJ, the catering. We weren't just fooling around. We were working.
And fooling around.
I think they should put the Play It Again Sam poster right behind the DJ booth.
Yeah, and they should put the Don't Drink the Water poster right above the refreshment table, don't you think?
This is crazy, you know.
Why?
Because I can't believe that I'm having a relationship with a woman who was only 6 years old when the Beatles broke up. You weren't even alive during the Cuban Missile Crisis. What do you think of when I say Lenny?
Squiggy.
No. Bruce.
Springsteen.
No, Lenny Bruce.
I just love the way you get all intense about these things, Charlie. Listen, this is not big news. There have been plenty of relationships with big age differences. George Bernard Shaw and Ellen Terry. Picasso and Jacqueline.
Jerry Lee Lewis.
Jerry Lewis?
Jerry Lee Lewis. Look, the last week has really been terrific.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to Rome in 3 months.
I'm not so sure I want that anymore. I think maybe I want to stay here and teach and be with you.
That's a year's fellowship in Rome. I mean, that's important.
You're important, Charlie.
Really?
Really.
Mr. Moore, I can see why you're here. I mean, Manhattan says it all. An older guy, younger woman. Must have been pretty painful for you to watch.
Arvid, get off the rumors, okay? We were two colleagues. We worked on the prom. Which reminds me,
Can't we talk about something else?
it was really nice to see you and Lori together at the prom.
Oh, hey, what can I say? I guess on our first date, I swept her off her feet. I wish. I couldn't sweep her off her feet if I had a broom the size of a Buick.
Arvid, I really feel terrible. I mean, I went out with you because they offered to do my homework and everything.
That's okay.
But I was just trying to get Barry's attention. You see, he's been taking me for granted lately.
Ooh.
And if I go to the prom with you, it'd only be to make him jealous. And I don't want to use you like that.
Hey, use me. Use me.
Are you sure?
Hey, the heart's a lonely hunter, Laurie, and I've been firing blanks too long.
Okay, Arvid. Then I guess we have a date for the prom.
Really? Wow! Great!
I'm gonna be late for class.
Okay, bye. Wow. I knew even if the whole night turned to sludge, I'd still walk away with a prom picture.
Quite a picture, Arvid.
Did you take a picture with Miss Finch?
No. No. We're faculty. We don't take prom pictures.
Would have been nice to have a picture.
So can I take you to an early movie, buy you dinner?
Melissa.
Oh, this isn't gonna be about you and me again.
I've been thinking, 25 years from now, you are going to be a dynamite 50-year-old like Jane Fonda. While I am going to be getting into the zoo for half price.
You're funny, Charlie. I love that.
Yeah. I don't think you're listening to me.
I'm listening. It's just when you start talking about how old you are, I stop paying attention.
Look, I think that one of the reasons that you're so attracted to me is because I've done a lot of these things that you say you're willing to give up. Let's say you stay and it doesn't work. And we're both hurt, and you lost a chance to go to Rome.
I'm willing to take that chance. I believe in what we have now, Charlie. Tomorrow, who knows? The bomb could fall. I would rather have New York with you than Rome without you.
I don't think it'll work.
Maybe it won't. But can't we just find out?
I'm sorry.
Now you sound old, Charlie. You know what old is? When you act from here and not from here.
Mr. Moore, have you gone somewhere?
I'm sorry, Arvid. I was just thinking about
Don't, can't tell him.
prom, I guess remembering that I was pretty worried about how it was all going to turn out.
Yeah, hey, I know. I was pretty nervous, too. I mean, who knew what might happen?
Yeah. It was sort of like the
The moment of truth?
Can you hear me? Swell. Now clear the floor. The ballots for the king and queen of the prom have been tabulated by the firm of What's Up Pussycat and Tiger Lily. Prom king first.
Laurie, there's something I want to tell you. You'll probably think it's stupid, but I want to say it anyway.
No, I think that this is the right envelope there. Okay.
You probably don't know this, but in a way, it was you who gave me the courage to say this because you've been so wonderful to me. So here it goes.
He's opening the envelope.
The king of the prom is Barry Vincent.
Thank you.
Dr. Samuels, could I have the envelope, please?
I hold in my hand the envelope containing...
I don't think I'll ever have another chance to say this, but if I don't say it, I'll never forgive myself. So what I want you to know is...
This year's junior prom queen is...
I love you.
Lori Applebaum!
Poor Arvid. Here comes the royal kiss-off.
If it's all right with everybody, well, I would like to defy tradition and dance this dance with a gentleman who is the nicest and the sweetest person I know. The one who brought me to this dance in the first place. My date, Arvid Ingen. Arvid, I'm sorry about the way I told you I'd be your date, just to get Barry jealous.
Oh, no, it's okay. Well, it's one of the things I love about you, your honesty. Well, I have to be honest with you, too. I know you like me, but you don't belong with me. You belong with Barry. You're part of his world, the thing that keeps him going. If that music ends and you're not dancing with him, you'll regret it. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but soon. And for the rest of your life.
That's beautiful.
It's from Casablanca. And from Played Against Sam. Though I never thought I'd get a chance to say it.
That was sweet of Lori.
Yeah. Listen, I've really been thinking about us, and I know that I would be foolish to throw this away. We are great together. Now, we could make New York into Rome. I've been really hung up about this ridiculous age thing, but people like us don't come along that often. You are right. We should give this thing a shot.
No, Charlie, you were right. I don't know anything about the world, and I've been hanging on to you because you do. I was the one afraid to take chances, not you.
Well, we can talk about it, right? I mean, you don't leave until the end of the semester.
I resigned today. I'm on the late flight to Rome.
Tonight?
Yeah. Suddenly, I'm in a hurry, Charlie. I want that life that you've been telling me about. I want the new people and the experiences and the sights. Charlie, I want to be like you.
Well, it's not everything I made it out to be. Take travel, okay? It's dollar is lousy now. You...
Charlie, always funny. I'll miss that. Goodbye, Charlie.
Hey, great party, huh, Mr. Moore?
Yeah.
Hey, you know, you sure did a great job with these decorations and everything.
Thanks. You having a good time?
Me? Yeah, sure. You?
Best.
Annie Hall, now there's a great film.
One of the best.
Hi, Arvid.
Hi, Laurie.
I brought you a brisket on rye from the deli. And I had the man cut the fat away, just how you like it.
Oh, thanks, Laurie.
Charlie, I asked them to put in extra butter for you, but they wanted 50 cents more, and I just didn't have it. Sorry.
It's okay. I'll eat it the way it is.
Sure would be nice.
Yeah, it would be. What?
Oh, nothing. Hey, 7 o'clock. Well, do we leave or do we stay for Broadway Danny Rose?
Broadway Danny Rose is next. Tell you what, you got any tuna salad left in there?
Celsius was the acknowledged father of measured temperature.
It was G.D. Fahrenheit, and you know it. The guy died before Celsius ever hit puberty. You know what puberty is, don't you?
Yeah, mine's just starting and yours is overdue.
Morning, everyone.
Morning.
Did anybody read the Times this morning? It's a great article, how the Democrats might blow it if they don't find a candidate. Very insightful. I have a solution for them, though. Do what the Republicans did in California in 1946. You may not believe this, but it's true. They just ran a classified ad saying, wanted, candidate, war record preferred. And you know who answered that one? Richard Nixon. Hello, anybody? Is it my delivery or what?
Sorry, Mr. Moore, we're just all getting ready for our Parents' Day projects for tomorrow.
It's a big day for us. Tomorrow we show our parents what the IHP can really do.
That's right. For instance, in biology, I'm working with Arvid on a demonstration of genetic engineering.
Harvard is a demonstration of genetic engineering.
Mr. Moore, how come you haven't asked us to do something special for tomorrow?
Well, I don't want to do a dog and pony show. I just want your parents to see you and me in action together.
Mr. Moore, do you always have to be such a rebel?
Trust me, Alan. The class will be interesting. You know, we'll get a discussion started. It's going to be very stimulating conversation, and that's what I want.
Not from my mother, you don't.
Well, I still look forward to meeting your mother and your father.
Sorry to disappoint you, Mr. Moore, but if you want to meet my father, you're going to have to send out a search party.
You, really don't know where he is?
I do know one thing. Wherever he is, he's not too far from a swizzle stick.
How long since you saw him?
Well, a few days, a week, who knows? Look, we have an understanding. I don't care about him, he doesn't care about me. So forget it, my mother will be here.
Okay, I thought we'd use today to go over the last week's work. Why don't we start with the Anaconda Mine Strike, 1960. And the low point came in 1932, when President Hoover called up armed soldiers led by MacArthur, Eisenhower, and Patton to drive protesting and unemployed veterans out of Washington, D.C.
Am I in the right room? Oh, hey. Hey, hope I'm not late. Frank Martin.
Charlie Moore.
Yeah. How do you like this, huh? Parents' Day, I'm the only one who bothered to show up.
It's tomorrow.
Did it again, huh? Yeah. Well, that's me. I'm always ahead of my time. But you can't say I didn't show up, right?
Yeah, you showed up. You made my day. Unfortunately, the wrong day.
Mr. Mardian, hi. I don't know if you remember me. I'm Dennis Blunden. You threw me out of your house once.
Frank, if it's all the same to you, maybe you could come back tomorrow.
Oh, I can't. I'm here now. I took the day off.
You took the day off? Who's gonna feed the pigeons?
I'm back at the garage. I had a switch with a guy. Just come down and see you.
Well, don't do me any favors.
Yeah? Well, you just remember this. When your mother claims that I don't care, when it comes right down to where it counts, I'm here, she's not.
It's the wrong day.
Guys. I tell you what, Frank, since you can't come back tomorrow, why don't you stick around and we'll give you a little preview.
You do that for me?
Sure. It's all right with you?
Yeah, sure.
I could use a practice.
Okay. Yeah, thanks.
So, I was going to start off by talking about the 1950 senatorial primaries in Florida, in which a man named George Smathers ran against Claude Pepper. Among other things, Mr. Smathers made the following accusations. He said that Mr. Pepper was a known extrovert, that his sister was a thespian, his brother was a practicing Homo sapien, and worst of all, Mr. Pepper had committed celibacy before marriage. Sounds funny, but it cost Claude Pepper, a good man, that primary election because a lot of voters didn't know what those words meant.
That's very interesting. I'll give you another one. Earl Long, governor of Louisiana, he won an election once by calling his opponent an asthmatic.
He means Huey Long.
No, I don't, smartass. I mean Earl, his little brother Earl.
Yeah, Huey was a governor of Louisiana in the 1930s and Earl in the 1950s. And Earl was quite a character. At one point, his political enemies kidnapped him and they locked him up in an asylum, so he called his state troopers to spring him.
Lenny Bruce had a great bit on him.
That's right, he did.
Yeah, Lenny Bruce. So I saw this cat on television dig his political platform. I'm not a nut. What is that? Eh? No honesty, no better homes. I'm not a nut. That's it.
I don't wet the bed. Elect me.
Mr. Moore, what are you babbling about? I mean, does this have anything to do with American history?
Yeah, it does. You can write this down. Lenny Bruce, 1926, 1966. An outstanding American social commentator and humorist with a flair for courtroom drama. We're going to study him. But not today. I'll see you all tomorrow.
Nice meeting you.
Bye. Nice meeting you.
Bye. Hey, Eric.
I got no time, Frank.
Eric, since this looks like your dad's only shot at Parents' Day, why don't we have a little parent-teacher conference? What do you say?
Give me a break.
Well, Frank, you have any questions? Any problems?
No. I think you run a pretty good class here. And I think you're a very stimulating teacher. So, how's he doing? He's behaving himself.
What is this?
Even when he's not behaving himself, he's interesting. He's bright. Eric is very inquisitive.
He does his homework, right?
Oh, yeah. And he's always doing extra reading.
Oh, hey, he gets that from me. Yeah, I read anything I get my hands on. I read him Treasure Island when he was 4. He read it back to me when he was 5.
Hey, look, I'm gonna be late for chemistry.
Yeah. Anyway, look, you have any trouble with Eric, discipline?
No problems. No trouble.
I'd like to be involved.
Tell me about it.
Nice to meet you.
Same here.
I'll see you, kid.
I'm sorry you had to go through that. What can can I tell you? The guy's a complete bozo.
I don't know whether he is or not, Eric, but you certainly did your best to make him look like one.
What was I supposed to do? Hug him? Tell him how happy I was to see him? Who needs him?
Okay. You don't like your father. He embarrasses you. And you go out of your way to make sure that everybody knows it.
You don't understand.
No, I guess I don't.
Look, I'm gonna be late for chemistry.
Where's your mother, Maria?
She's late, which is good, because when she gets here, I am going to die.
I'm sorry my father's going to miss this.
Don't worry, it'll all be on the Darlene Merriman show.
You know, Mr. Moore, ever since you started teaching here, well, we've noticed a big change in our Arvid.
For the better, I hope.
Oh, yes. Oh, he's more mature. He's gained more confidence, broadened his interests. Girls.
Mr. Moore,
Excuse me.
I'd like you to meet my mom.
Charlie Moore.
Pleasure. You must be a wonderful teacher, Mr. Moore. We were very surprised at the way you dealt with Darlene. Not like us at all.
How do you deal with her?
Oh, we spoil her. We worship the ground she walks on. You know, usual.
Mr. Moore, this is my father.
Hi.
Hi.
Mr. Moore, may I present my parents, Maureen and Robert Foster?
Hi. Welcome. Your daughter is a wonderful student. She's really blossoming. She's really breaking out of her shell.
Mr. Moore, excuse me, the Blundens are here.
We'll talk more later.
Mr. Moore, I would like to introduce you to my parental units.
Mr. Moore, I'm an upfront guy, so I gotta speak the truth. I apologize for my son. I mean, who can explain it?
I apologize.
Yeah, and Mr. Moore, if you don't mind, I'd like to apologize for my parents.
Hey, you keep this up, and we are taking that refrigerator out of your bedroom.
Should I tell him now? I'm gonna tell him now.
Oh, no, honey, don't.
You were adopted.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mom!
Mom!
Oh, you were not adopted. Will you stop?
Hey, I can dream, can't I? I was
Oh, I guess, ladies and gentlemen, if you could all please take some seats, I'm sure that Mr. Moore would like to get started, okay?
Sorry I'm late. I'm Francisca Vargas, Maria's mother.
Hi, Charlie Moore.
Call me friend, okay, Charlie?
Okay.
I heard so much about you. I just can't wait to see you teach. Is there a place where I could sit? My, so many helpful, attractive men in this room.
Take my seat, please. I'm Alan.
Thank you, Alan.
Hi, baby! Mr. Moore, Eric tells me you're a wonderful teacher.
Well, thank you.
Prove it.
Good idea. At last. Welcome, all of you. This is the IHB course in Contemporary History, where today we're going to discuss how these words affected the outcome of American political history.
Claude Pepper. Smathers called him these things in his speech, right? Said he was a known extrovert and that his brother was a practicing Homo sapien, his sister a thespian, and he himself had committed celibacy. Poor slob lost because people were too dumb to realize, right?
Right. It's real good, Frank. Took the words right out of my mouth. This was the preamble to our discussion about the
importance of education as a centerpiece in any democratic society.
Way to go, Frank. What are you doing here anyway? What, are the cocktail waitresses on strike?
Visiting my son.
Oh, really? What is it, leap year?
Surprised to see you here. Thought you'd be out training Contras.
This is nothing. You guys ought to see them when they're mad.
It's okay, Eric. Listen, you two, I really think this is neither the time nor the place for a private discussion.
You're right, Mr. Moore. I apologize.
Yeah, me too, Charlie. I'm very sorry. What, are you taping this something? What's going to be on the news or what?
Tell you, Frank, why don't we see if we can get you a seat, okay?
In the back?
Yeah, yeah.
Did I tell you this class was fun?
So we all agree that there can be no true freedom, no real independent spirit without knowledge. It's been great meeting all of you. I thank you for coming, and feel free to drop by anytime, visit the class.
If you're ready, parents, I'll lead the way to chemistry, and please try to stay together. I have lost more parents than you can imagine.
Thank you, Miss
Charlie, you look just like my third husband.
Really? How many times have you been married?
Twice.
You were flirting again.
I was not flirting.
Yes, you were.
Mr. and Mrs. Foster.
My husband and I, well,
We just...
you see, Mr. Foster and I...
You both enjoyed yourselves?
They really enjoyed meeting you, and they appreciate the care and sensitivity you've shown.
Simone, there's no need to make a scene.
Mr. Moore, you're okay. Eric will tell you, coming from me, that's a compliment.
Thank you, Ms. Mardian. And I know that Eric wouldn't be in a class like this if he didn't have someone like you behind him to...
Kick butt.
Yeah, that sums it up.
Eric's all I've got. And he needs good people like you around him, so he doesn't turn out like... So anyway, thank you. Eric,
I'll handle it.
he always does.
Nice, huh? Sleeping bum.
Eric.
Mr. Moore, you don't know anything about this.
Just go easy on him, okay?
Why should I? No, please, tell me.
Okay, because he's proud of you, and he knows that you're not proud of him. Because he's failed you, and he knows it. Because he came to school on Parents' Day. I mean, he came here to see his son. Eric, I think you have two choices here. You can ask him why he came, or you can just make him sorry that he did.
Hey, Frank, come on, wake up. You're gonna miss happy hour.
How you like that? Never could stay awake in class.
I tell you, Frank, classroom is free right now. It's my free period. I could go up to the teacher's lounge, get a couple of cups of coffee.
Oh, thanks. Black.
Black.
What are you doing here?
Thought I'd do the right thing, you know. Show up on the right day.
I'm not talking about today or yesterday. I mean, what are you doing here, period? What do you want?
I'll see how my son's doing. Show him I cared.
Yeah, but first you ought to stop off and have a few.
Just to get through the door. You think it's easy walking in here? It's frightening.
Yeah, well, you didn't look frightened yesterday.
I knew your mother wasn't gonna be here. Or the other parents.
Wait a minute, you knew that yesterday...
Okay. Knew it was the wrong day. Just thought a day earlier would be a little easier.
What are you so scared of?
What do you think I'm scared of? Scared of nice kids, nice clothes, nice parents. Love, success, money. Respect. Also, it's no picnic for me being here with your mother. A lady of perpetual anger.
Well, I don't blame her for being mad at you.
You know, every once in a while, your mother lets her guard down. Very rare. But she relaxes for a minute. She says, Frank, Eric is a good boy. At least we got that between us, right? And as I'm agreeing with her, she gets all mad again. She points her finger at me and she says, well, no help from you, you no good son of... I grab her hand. I say, shh, Madeline, you're right. That's why I'm depending on you. Because no matter how much I love that kid, I am not what you would call a totally reliable person. You're lucky, kid. You got people like your mother, this teacher. Hey, he's okay.
Okay? It's great. He's got time for me. He understands me. At least he tries to. And he's honest. We could talk.
Hey, that's what I was trying to get started here with us.
So you came to school?
Yeah.
Which is good. But you got loaded first, which is bad. You gotta change that. You gotta change that or nothing's gonna change between us.
It's not that easy.
No. It isn't.
Coffee.
Oh, thanks. You know, I hear it's possible to acquire a taste for this stuff.
Anything's possible. If you want it bad enough. Hey, look, I got chemistry next period, Mrs. Myers. You want to meet her?
You mean go to your next class? Oh, I don't think so.
Why not, Frank? It's Parents' Day. You qualify.
Do I?
Just barely. But yeah, you do.
Chemistry. I used to be pretty good at that.
So come on.
Take care of my son, okay?
It's a pleasure.
Chemistry.
Nice moves, Mr. Moore. Very nice moves.
And now we see a great river city of 1960. Here is an American city replanned around a highly developed, modern traffic system. we see some suggestion of the things to come. A world with a future in which all of us are tremendously interested. Because that is where we are going to spend the rest of our lives.
There you have it, boys and girls, ladies and gents, the 1939 World's Fair.
Wow, it's amazing how close they were with their predictions.
Yeah, they were right about people having phones in their cars.
They were just wrong about the long cords.
I'd like to know what you think you'll see in the year 2038.
No more hunger.
Right. I see a day when nobody's the first black anything anymore.
Yeah. I see mutation. A horrible endomorphic nightmare descending upon us, cutting off all light, all life. Oh, it's here!
Excuse me, Mr. Moore. Dennis, I have good news for you.
Julia Child's a head chef at the cafeteria?
You're a finalist in the competition for a summer internship at NYU's Experimental Physics Lab. All you have to do is beat out the other 4 kids and it's yours. There's a test this weekend.
No problem. Might as well tell the other contestants to call it off. Wouldn't want to see them waste their subway fare.
That's my boy. Arvid, you help him study.
Hey, we could be study buddies.
Nah, thanks anyway, Arvid. I don't need any help.
Oh, yeah? You're up against Wang, Wang, Chang, and Epstein.
What?
That should accelerate your particles.
As you were.
Okay, tomorrow's Back to the Future, so do a little research, use your imaginations, have some fun, and bring in an educated guest. Okay, Dennis?
Listen, you would like to be excused from this assignment so you can concentrate on this test thing this weekend. Say so.
Thanks, Mr. Moore, but hey, it's me. No problem. Just like walking and chewing gum at the same time.
Okay, if you change your mind, let me know. I don't want you to spread yourself too... Good morning, everybody. Morning. How goes the future today?
I'll tell you tomorrow.
Arvid?
Well, hey, future looks great. We got genetic engineering, gene splicing, replacement of body parts.
We'll be able to fly from New York to Tokyo in 10 minutes.
Yeah, but it'll take you 3 hours to get to the airport.
Right. Bionic body parts. You could have a whole drawer full of spare eyes and ears and noses.
Maybe a plastic heart, like Darlene's.
Well, future doesn't sound so bad. Well, Mr. Blendon, to what do we owe this honor?
You people have been chosen for a cosmic visit from Omega Blendon, man of the future.
Well, we're very flattered, Omega Blendon. Is there anything you care to tell us?
Well, to begin with, there is no more war. Anyone even attempting to begin a war is forced to watch reruns of The New Monkeys. Ooh. Also, scientists have determined that long marriages are hazardous to your health. Therefore, all women are required to marry a new man every Tuesday.
Even with the law on your side, I bet you're still single.
Man of the future does not acknowledge your primitive jokes. And not only that, it is against the code of Niebuhr to participate in any form of obesity humor. So, no. Also, we biological units no longer require sleep. All we need are dreams, which can be easily obtained from the dream extractor. Watch as I demonstrate. Ooh, ooh, whoa, ooh. Yeah. What? I'm zabbling. Whoa. That was dream number 1.04. I can't do it too often or my ecto-wibbler will fall off.
Well, it's certainly been fascinating visiting with you, Omega Blendon. Perhaps you could make your ancient ancestor Dennis Blunden materialize?
No problem. What'd you guys think of my future?
At least you dress better.
You know, I found it long on imagination, a little short on useful information.
Dennis, you have a big test on Saturday. How did you have time to put this costume together?
I stayed up all night working on this thing.
Wait.
Studying.
That's what you were doing instead of meeting me to study?
Come on, Art. You know I can ace that test with one lobe tied behind my brain.
Well, here, I brought you this book.
New vectors in physics.
Profiles of today's hottest young physicists.
I don't need this.
Dennis, in there are profiles of Wang, Wang, Chang, and Epstein. This could help you.
Yeah.
Et tu, Sarah? Look, I don't need to study. What is with you people? I show a little creativity on one assignment. Everybody's jumping down my throat.
Well, Dennis, it's a big honor, and in a sense, you're representing the whole IHP.
Yeah. Dennis,
Oh, look, why don't you people just relax and give me a break? I'll be fine. Mr. Moore, I gotta hand it to you. This future stuff is fun.
What is so fun about toxic waste? Or acid rain? Or even nuclear war?
3 of my favorite rock bands.
That's another thing. Indifference.
You know, Maria does make a point. These are serious concerns, and they do cloud our future.
Mr. Moore, that's like saying there's going to be a future.
Don't you think you're being a little pessimistic?
Well, how can I not be? Take the ozone layer, for instance.
I thought they fixed that.
It's worse. Look at the economy. Economic collapse is right around the corner. There's depression, there's famine, there's war.
Come on, guys, lighten up. This is the most creative assignment we've ever been given. It's fun, it's exciting, it's important. I'm with you, Mr. Moore. I eat, breathe, and sleep this stuff.
Well, I'm flattered, Omega, but Dennis should remember that he does have a test on Saturday.
Well, no perspiration, instructor. It's in the paper sack.
Dennis, it's not in the bag, okay? Look, forget the funny costume and forget the funny voice. But don't forget that you have this competition that seems to be fairly important to you.
Got it.
Dennis?
Okay.
So, how's tomorrow going today? Any better?
Well, we got it narrowed down to 2 possibilities. Brushfire war in the Middle East, drawing the superpowers into a global nuclear holocaust.
Let me tell you a little story. Student says to his teacher, what was that you were telling us yesterday about the sun exploding? Teacher says, I said the sun could explode in 5 billion years. Student says, thank God. I thought you said 5 million years.
Mr. Moore, Maria made us realize that there are forces at work beyond our control.
You know, she could be right.
There will always be forces beyond our control. I'm not saying that you can change the future, but how you approach it does make a difference.
Mr. Moore, can I say something? I've been thinking, and I've decided we gotta look at things with a new perspective here. I always wanted to be a scientist because I thought that maybe in some small way I might be able to help my fellow man. But the more I sit in this room and I listen to you people who I trust, people who I respect, the more I realized how blind I've been. Science today is just a tool in the hands of the superpowers. All they want to do are build things like Star Wars and lasers and beam weapons in space.
But what about superconductors and chaotic physics and the theory of everything? Boy, Dennis, you're in a bad mood.
No, I'm not. I'm just being realistic, Janice. I have just come to the realization that those people out there are using me for their evil ends. Well, I'm not going to have any part of it. I'm dropping science from this point on. I'm going to take, no, I mean it, and I'm going to take up something nice like horticulture or needlepoint or maybe teaching the tango.
Yeah, weapons development isn't the only thing that's...
Look, hey, I have made my decision, folks. I am off science. I'm not even taking that test.
Dennis, come on.
Free at last. Free at last.
Okay, we have a Dennis problem. Only this time it isn't some childish prank like, whoa.
Like reprogramming the school's computer so we had fire drills every half hour.
This is different.
Yeah, not like the time he had all the report cards printed in Norwegian.
Yeah, I think I know what's going on.
Even I know what's going on. The trick is to do something about it.
Dr. Samuels, you know, Dennis tends to get creative with his anxieties.
A lot of kids go through things like this.
Yeah, I think this will be over by Sunday.
The test is Saturday.
This is definitely not your typical Dennis. That is your typical Dennis.
Maria, you got me so depressed, I yelled at my father last night.
Why?
He handed me a bologna sandwich.
So?
Well, don't you see? Well, it's a metaphor for everything that's wrong in the world today. I mean, there's nitrites, nitrates, artificial coloring, preservatives. I mean, everything that's real is gone, and the stuff that's left will kill you. I don't think it's right when a food has a shelf life longer than the people who eat it.
We're being faced with a world that's a total disaster. This is what the people who are running the world are leaving us? How dare they?
Yes. You're right. I mean, we're sitting here with our hands tied where they just destroy the whole planet. I mean, what's going to be left for us?
Well, don't worry about it, because after they drop the bomb, it'll be up to the cockroaches.
Yeah. Great.
First one of them has to get the nomination. A little political humor.
That's easy for you to joke about. You're old.
Yeah, Mr. Moore, you've led a full life. We're being nipped in our buds.
Yeah. More future shock, huh?
They're right, Mr. Moore. Our lives are meaningless.
And it's all your fault.
Yeah.
Mine.
Your generation.
You've ruined the world. Pretty soon you'll be bailing out and we're stuck with it.
Personally, I'm not planning on bailing out in the near future. I have a few books I want to read, some plays that I'm going to direct, and I do have assignments to grade.
Well, if you're talking about this assignment, you'll have one less to grade.
Yeah. Mr. Moore, I agree with Darlene, with all due respect.
Yeah.
We do not want to do it.
That's right. I don't see any point in... though if you really have your heart set on it, Mr. Moore, I don't see any...
No, I'd rather talk about soap.
What?
Oh, what? Yeah, I wonder if anybody in this class can tell me how this cheap, not very good-smelling bar of carbolic soap changed the course of history.
Mr. Moore, aren't you going to say anything about the future assignment?
No, I'm supposed to be teaching history, the past. So let's go back to the 1850s, okay? What was life like then?
It was short. So were most people.
Because of poor medicine and malnutrition.
The 12-hour workday was common.
Daycare meant your kids worked at the factory with you.
Okay, we get it. So what you're saying, Mr. Moore, is that life stinks, and it always has, so get used to it. And that's what the future is all about.
No, this is what the future was all about. Now let's jump ahead to the 1950s, okay? Average lifespan.
70 years.
Typhoid, measles, polio.
Gone. Vaccines were developed.
What about that 12-hour workday?
Down to 8 hours and no more child labor.
And we had museums, we had a lot of libraries, and television. In the 1950s, you could turn on your TV set and see practically anything.
Except a black person.
Well, there's room for improvement. But usually, if a lot of people work to solve a problem, it gets better.
Forget it, Mr. Moore. Things are different now.
We've got problems in the world now that are unsolvable.
You know, people have been saying that all through history, and yet these problems keep getting solved. Where have you been?
Just been walking through the park, visiting my old pals, the trees, saying goodbye to good old Mother Earth.
Saying hello to a couple of hot dog stands?
You know, Dennis, I believe that your friends, the trees, may stick around a little longer. Why don't you listen to this discussion and see if you agree, okay? Somebody tell me how this bar of soap changed history.
Pooch she name wrote the first soap opera?
See, in the 1800s, hospitals were terrifying places. People checked in, they didn't always check out. I mean, you went in with one thing, while you were there, you contracted everything else. Now, it's very depressing, but that's the way things were. And everyone accepted it. Save one person, Joseph Lister. Now, he believed that infection was being passed patient to patient by doctors. So he said, hey, guys, in between operations, use this. They did. A new concept was born. Coming home from the hospital. So one day, maybe somebody here will say, hey, guys, do this, and the ozone layer will be preserved. Or it'll cause peace to break out. Each one of you has that kind of potential within you. Don't give it up so easily.
Okay. Maybe you're right. Maybe at least trying to do something is better than talking about how awful it is.
All right. So, are we doing the assignment?
Yes.
Dennis?
What?
Dennis, let's just say maybe there will be a future, okay? And quite possibly physical sciences will play a positive role in it. And we both know that a mind is a terrible thing to waste. So what do you say?
About what?
You know what.
I say you're absolutely right. I've been a fool walking around talking to trees. There is a job to do, and I'm going to be working on this future project 24 hours a day. I won't let you down, Mr. Moore.
Dennis?
You know what we can start off with? We can start off by doing, perhaps, with a talk with me and Mr. Moore in the hall.
I think so. Now, you don't expect me to believe that you've been wandering around depressed over the fate of the universe, do you?
No. But I am depressed.
Mm-hmm. Competition.
I guess so.
Why?
4 reasons.
Wang, Wang, Chang, and Epstein?
They're good. Darn good. Darn good. Mr. Moore, they're killers. I don't have a chance.
Well, not if you're not there.
Do you know anything about physics at all?
Well, I'm familiar with Archimedes' second principle. Body is totally immersed in water. The phone is bound to ring.
Ever read New Vectors in Physics? I am competing against the best guys in the city. I could get my legs broken. I mean, what if I'm humiliated? I could come in last place.
Dennis, last place amongst the 5 best minds in New York City is not too shabby. See, right now, you're a big fish in a small pond. You're comfortable. And I don't think that you're going to know how good you are till you get in a pond with some other fair-sized fish.
I know my limits.
No, you don't. And I don't think you will until you risk something.
I appreciate what you're saying, Mr. Moore, but if it's all the same to you, I'd just like to stick with this future project.
Dennis, that's a choice that you get to live with. It's your future.
Good evening. Darlene Merriman for the 21st Century News Service. This is Friday, March 10th, 2038. The scientific team of Blunden, Engen, Lazzarato announced their discovery that the hairspray layer, which replaced the ozone layer, is just as effective in keeping out the gamma rays and also eliminates the frizzies.
Sarah Nevins, U.S. Ambassador to Ethiopia, today announced that surplus grain would be shipped to Iowa to help with a shortfall in that state's harvest. This is the 10th year in a row that Ethiopia has had a surplus crop, thanks to the Engen system of planting, based on mathematical equations too complex to be discussed in this limited time.
Athletes from all nations began arriving in South Africa today in preparation for the opening ceremonies of the Summer Olympics at Nelson Mandela Memorial Stadium. The combined Israeli-Palestinian team looks impressive in track and field, with a strong challenge from the all-Irish team. In basketball today, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, age 91, announced that this would be his last season in the NBA.
ABC Television today announced a new episode of Moonlighting is in the works for next year. This brings to 12 the number of episodes in the last decade.
Very impressive. What about the wrap-up anchor, Dennis Blunden?
Well, actually, Mr. Moore, I haven't done the assignment. But I could wing something, if you guys don't mind.
Sure, great.
Let's see. The year 2038. The world is a better place today because a bunch of high school kids grew up and helped make it that way. As it turns out, they all had the same teacher, a fellow by the name of Moore or something. He told them about soap. And in fact, one of those kids grew up to be pretty important in the science world, a fellow by the name of Blunden something or other.
All right.
Wonderful. So, if you don't mind, Mr. Moore, I'd like to be excused so I can get back to the library where I have been studying like a madman to pass the test for this physics internship. I realized it's something I wanted, and I never would have forgiven myself for not taking the chance to get it. It's also a good excuse to get out of class. Mr. Moore?
Get out of here, you big lug. I didn't mean it that way. Morning.
Morning.
So?
So?
How did it go?
How what go?
I'll kill you, so help me.
We don't get the results till next week, but I think I did all right.
Ah, Wang, Wong, and Chang, all they cracked up to be?
They were okay. But Epstein, fantastic.
Yeah. Maybe you'll come in second.
Maybe better than that. It's Marjorie Epstein. I got a date with her Friday night.
Can I give you a piece of advice?
Well, why stop now?
Don't wear the Omega Man suit.
Really?
Previously on Head of the Class.
I just got off the phone with the committee and with Mr. Kirov in Moscow. We're going! We checking at the hotel, study, dinner, study, and lights out. Tomorrow it's study, 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 right up until the academic meet.
Shh. Place is bugged.
Dr. Samuels, you have to give them one free day.
Look at these wires. They play hardball. We play hardball.
Do you know what a nerd is?
Nerd? No.
Who am I telling? I'm Alan Pincard. Young Americans for Freedom? Whatever you believe in, I don't.
Laura? Really? This is definitely not the Russia I saw in National Geographic.
Are you looking forward to meeting the rest of the family?
No, I'm not in any rush.
Good. If you like, I can show you a little bit of Moscow.
Which women are the most beautiful, American or Russian?
Russian women, definitely.
This year's Moscow academic team.
Where are the kids we played against in New York?
Unfortunately, none of them were good enough to make this team.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Chord was me.
What does that mean?
Uh-oh.
What's going on here? Lunch break is is over. Why aren't you studying?
Well, I think it's a case of burnout, sir. They need a rest.
I no longer care what you think. It was your free day that got us into this mess. We're going in up against a super team and we're not ready. Well, no matter what it takes, we're going to get ready. Arvid, the President of the United States.
Washington, Adams, Jefferson, Madison, Park, Lexington, Broadway, 5th.
I have a new idea. Gang, you need a rest.
It's good thinking.
It'll be 3 hours till the bus gets ready to leave for the meet, so I want you to go back to your rooms and relax. Rest, recuperate, regenerate. I'll go to my room and regurgitate.
Is this a lucky break or what?
Oh, you're not kidding. Leave me to that pillow.
Are you crazy? Do you realize what's waiting for us at the Space Museum?
Yeah, trouble. Dennis, we'd never make it back.
Okay, Arvid. You snore while I score. I'll just tell Sonia you couldn't make it.
Bye. I want to thank you for getting me over here. My cousin's coming to pick me up in a few minutes. I'm going to see my whole family.
Oh, that's great, Eric.
Yeah, it's going to be great for my article in Scholastic Digest, too. A day in the life of a Russian family.
Day?
Yeah.
The bus leaves in 3 hours.
Well, Mr. Moore, I'll be back. Besides, they're not going to need me anyway.
Okay, just be sure that you're here, okay?
I will. I will.
Hey, Arvid, look at this. Lambda 1. That's the one with the dogs on it.
Oh?
They were so cute, Belka and Strelka.
Belka and Strelka?
Those were their names.
Belka and Strelka. That's nice.
I think that it was will call you Belka and Strelka.
Come on.
No, it's good. My little Belka's so shy.
But my big Strelka so cuddly.
Добрый день.
Добрый день.
Вы американка?
Да, я студентка.
Вы говорите по-русски?
No, I'm sorry.
Then I will speak my not so good English, okay?
Okay.
I'm a musician. I'm in Moscow for a concert.
I came to put flowers on Chekhov's grave. We shall find peace. We shall hear the angels. We shall see the sky sparkling with diamonds.
Uncle Vanya.
Right.
Now in Russia. Мы отдохнем, мы услышим ангелов, мы увидим все небо в алмазах.
That's beautiful.
Тише, тише, пожалуйста. Дедушка, скажите тост.
Эрик приехал к нам издалека, на землю своих отцов. Я предлагаю выпить за его здоровье и пожелать ему счастья и всего самого-самого дорогого.
Я хочу отремонтировать вашу машину.
Okay. Many Russians think that everybody is in debt. There is no culture. Nobody can afford to go to the hospital, but everybody has a gun.
There. See, that is a major misconception about America. Not everyone owns a gun. In fact, there's only one gun.
Really? Sometimes when my pupils understand something, I get a feeling, how do you say it? Money can't buy.
It's a very interesting way for you to put it.
know what you mean. What are you trying to teach them? What do you want them to learn?
I want them to get used to this new openness and to treasure it, so it won't be so easy to take it away from them. And you?
I guess we show up every day. We try to keep them interested. Try to get them to know each other well enough so that they won't even think about going to war.
Yes. Will I see you again?
Yes. Will you come to the meet?
Of course.
Прекрасно.
It's beautiful.
Soviet and American working together in space.
And here we are, just a bunch of ordinary people all together, having a good time, loving each other.
It's easy if people will just try.
You know, I agree with you, Natasha. In fact, I don't know what it is, but I just feel like kissing the first Russian I see.
What are you doing?
Come on, Natasha. Now, I know you work for the KGB, so why don't we just stop playing games here? I don't have a lot of time.
I work for the KGB, so what?
Oh my God!
So, you're supposed to try to seduce me and then get secrets from me, right?
I work in the KGB cafeteria.
Cafeteria?
Yes, I operate the cash register.
She operates the cash register.
Thanks, Tsar, but I can hear.
Он такой дурак, я пошла. На конкурс, а я Арвид. Он такой же. It was nice meeting you. I hope you go back where you came from soon.
Oh, Natasha! Natasha, I was only kidding. Would you come on?
Sonia, I'm sorry about that. I didn't know that he would do this.
I know, it's not your fault.
Wait, girls. Sonia! Girls! Well, how do we get back?
Are you happy now, Mr. Moore? We're going into the competition with half a team.
Look, Arvid and Dennis are smart kids. They'll find a way to meet us there.
All right, here's the train. Let's go. It's over here.
Right, it's right over here.
Arvid, come on.
Over here.
Arvid! Dennis! Arvid, come on! Dennis! Come on!
Don't leave me! Don't leave me!
All I'm saying is that 2, maybe 3 of our members are missing. We want the right to bring them into the game as soon as they get here.
Нет.
Da. They'll be here in a second.
Нет.
Da.
Arvid, stop! I can't stop it! Arvid, I can't, I don't know how it works! Wait for me! Arvid! Wait!
And now it is my pleasure to introduce the moderator of tonight's contest, Mr. Ivan Popov.
Who was the composer of the operas Nabucco, Aida, and Falstaff? American?
Puccini.
No. Soviets?
Verdi.
Correct.
Cops. They're looking at us.
Maybe they speak English.
Yeah. Wait. What? No. They're after us, Arvid. Natasha turned us in.
No.
Yep. I can see it right now. They're gonna send us to Lubyanka prison.
Prison?
Or Siberia.
Siberia.
We better split up. Look, you go that way, I'm gonna go this way.
Okay.
I love you, buddy.
Me too. Остановись, ну!
Correct. That's correct.
Is this how it ends? Our team going down the tubes and me longing for the sight of Eric and Dennis and Arvid. Oh, Arvid.
Hey, Pasiba! Pasiba! Hey, come on! Hey, help me out, guys! Tell him! Hey, oh, this is just like New York!
I want to thank you for everything. In New York, my family, the New York part of our family, we've got some problems. My mother and father, they don't get along very well. They don't even live together. So it means a lot to me to know that I have a family here. I wish I could take you all back to New York with me. I could use a grandpa and a grandma. I never knew you could love people so much in such a short period of time. I guess that's what a family is.
Мне кажется, что это и есть настоящая семья.
Go ahead, American.
Absalom, Absalom by William Faulkner.
Correct.
Huckleberry Finn by Mark Twain.
Correct.
So, how we doing?
But, Eric, get in there! Get in there! Get in there!
Relax.
No. Time out!
The Three-Penny Opera by Bertolt Brecht. Who wrote the music? America?
Kurt Weill.
Correct. Correct.
One more point. We're doing it.
So I guess this is KGB headquarters, huh?
No, this is the academic competition. We have been looking for you. Good luck, Amerikanцы.
Yeah?
Yes.
Da?
Da.
Atomic number is 102.
Halogen.
The answer is geodesy.
Correct.
Time out!
London.
Time out!
London, where have you been? What happened?
It's a long story. KGB, police.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay, where is Arvid?
I don't know. I lost him. He's out there somewhere.
Hey, help! Help! Stop, please! Help, stop, please! Please! Hey, please stop! Scouts? Scouts! Amerikansky! Eaglesky! I've got to get to my academic meet.
What is the temperature of the center of the sun? America?
10 to 20 million centigrade.
Correct.
Torricelli, 1643. It is impossible to determine both the position and the momentum of a subatomic particle with arbitrarily high accuracy.
Correct.
Boy, I love that kid.
The contest is tied. We will have a short intermission, followed by the tiebreaker. The round contains a question from each team. The first team to win a round wins the match. The United States team will begin the questioning.
Which player hit more home runs than anyone in the history of American professional baseball?
George Gibson. He was first to play in the Negro Leagues in 1930s.
Correct. The Soviet question, please.
Who first succeeded in creating a modern periodic table of the elements?
Yes,
The Russian chemist Dmitry Ivanovich Mendeleev in 1869.
correct. Listen, please.
Who was the youngest United States president?
John Fitzgerald Kennedy, age 43.
Soviets, incorrect.
It was Theodore Roosevelt, age 42.
The Soviet team has missed a question. The United States team will win if they answer correctly. Had Soviets.
The Soviet Union launched Lambda 1 in 1960, sending 2 small dogs into space. What were the name of the dogs?
You gotta be kidding. I know this. Just be cool. Just be cool. The 2 dogs, there were 2 of them. Their names, the first dog's name was Strelka. Strelka was the first dog. And, it's really,
Okay. Thanks, guys. You did it good. Yes. Yeah.
There were 2 dogs. I know this, really. Strelka, it's, you got, it sounds like Strelka, it's,
5 seconds. Correct. The United States team wins.
Hello, my friend, come sit by me. We gotta do something about this insanity.
We're lost in the darkness, caught up in who's wrong and who is right. Well, it's time we turned on the lights. Take what we know and go a step beyond the lies. It's time we look behind the eyes. Faraway lands, faraway places. It's just an echo from an old closing door. We're touching the hands and finding the faces. Somehow there's just no far away
Are you totally furious with me?
Furious? Why?
I tried to get away, but I was just overwhelmed by all this love and family and happiness. It was really the greatest experience of my life.
Good. That is why we came here, isn't it?
Well, yes.
Да, спасибо.
Okay, Simone, this is it.
This is what?
Before we went to Russia, you said you were going to go out on a date with me. We're back. So what's the story?
So ask me out.
You were waiting for me to say something?
Isn't that the way it's done?
Ah, okay. Friday night, then. We'll go to the movies or something.
Fine. Oh, you can pick me up at 7:30.
Pick you up? Can you meet me there?
No, Eric. Don't you want to come to my house? We'll meet my parents. We'll chat for a while. Then you can escort me to whatever it is you planned for the evening.
Oh, what are you talking about?
It's called a date.
Sounds more like a field trip.
I'd rather not.
No. Simone, 7:30 Friday. Please, allow me.
Ah, Mr. Moore, a fellow gourmet.
You've been peeking in my brown bag again.
Now, you know what I'm talking about. You're sophisticated. You appreciate good food. That's why I know you're going to love Stafford's Restaurants.
Why?
Because it's an exciting new dining spot, and it just happens to be owned by my brother-in-law.
Oh, that's why.
And as a special introductory offer, we're giving away these free coupons. You get 2 dinners for the price of 1.
What kind of food is it?
Well, what do you care? It's 2 for 1.
Charlie, I've been there. It's continental. It's very good. You should give it a try.
Hey, you see?
Okay, maybe this weekend. Suppose I should ask for Mr. Stafford, huh?
There's no Mr. Stafford. My brother-in-law's name is Heimlich. Let's face it, who wants to eat in a place called Heimlich's? Enjoy yourself. Ah, Coach Finelli, a fellow gourmet.
You finally said yes? Well, after all this time, you'd better convince him it was worth the wait.
Right. What's that supposed to mean?
Simone, you want him to have a good time, don't you?
Yeah.
What are you gonna wear?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I didn't really think about it. I guess something like this?
Well, boring.
So you're really gonna meet her parents?
Yeah.
Well, lots of luck. You better dress up a little.
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, do you have anything without zippers?
Simone, you're not gonna wear your hair like that, are you?
Well, I thought...
Maybe I can lend you some makeup and we can highlight your cheekbones.
Highlight?
And it wouldn't hurt to bring flowers and rent a limo.
A limo?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and better make reservations at a good restaurant.
What exactly do you mean by good?
Well, one where the condiments aren't salt, pepper, and a can of Raid.
Simone, look, you'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Just don't do that thing that you do with your hands.
Yeah. What thing?
That thing.
Oh, this is too much pressure. Maybe I should just cancel the whole thing.
Oh, no. Don't be a wimp, Simone. Just go and be yourself.
Right. Okay. But in a mini skirt.
Why am I taking dating advice from the Vienna Boys Choir? Listen, Simone.
Do you want to change your mind?
No. Not unless you do. Do you?
No. No. Do you?
No.
Thank you very much. It's wonderful to walk into a class that's so enthusiastic about their work. So let's just dive right in with the 25th Amendment.
The 25th Amendment was ratified on February 10th, 1967. It makes provision for presidential disability.
If the president is too sick to make decisions, then he can hand over power to the vice president. Stay well, George.
That's correct on both counts. So, by Friday, no less than 1,500 words on its background, its purpose, and its implementation, please.
Hey, what's shaking?
Uh-oh, time to spray again.
Hit the road, wide load.
She's mellowing.
Here's your roll book.
Thank you. How's it going in there?
Working in the office is cool. All I do is take phone messages for you. Why don't you pay your phone bill?
My phone is broken, if you must know. Do you have some messages for me?
Sure.
The pharmacy called. Your ointment came in. Your mother called and wants to know what it takes to get you to write a letter. And someone named Babette called.
Thank you, Barbara Walters.
No prob. "25th Amendment, got it.
That's our essay assignment.
And now it's mine too. If I'm ever gonna get out of remedial and into this class, I better start doing the work. Looking forward to my first day. I'll be back before you know it.
When she's back, somehow I have a feeling we'll know it.
So, Mr. Foster, Simone tells me you're involved in publishing. That's fascinating. Exactly what area?
Books.
Writing, editing?
Binding.
Bound any good books lately?
So, how are we getting along?
Great. Ready to go?
Eric, can I talk to you for a second?
We can talk at the restaurant.
I think now would be better.
Simone, we got an 8 o'clock reservation. We ought to get going.
You're right. Let's go. Ready, honey?
Eric, you're mad at me, aren't you?
Simone, I'm not mad. I just didn't expect to be double dating with Mr. and Mrs. Marcel Marceau.
I tried to tell you. Please, let's just relax and have fun. Well, it's certainly a nice place you picked out, Eric. So why don't you tell my parents a little about yourself?
Like what?
You know, your hobbies, your career plans, ambitions for the future, your hopes, your dreams.
I'm thinking about joining the Navy. Any minute now.
Look, there's Mr. Moore.
Look, is there a table maybe back there?
Friends?
Students.
Well, I can see that they adore you.
Oh, you must be the kind of teacher that's always there for his students, helping them out, really sensitive to their needs.
Well, part of the job.
Do you want to go say hello?
No. So, what kind of modeling do you do?
Lingerie.
Please help yourselves to the salad bar.
Hope they have jicama.
Oh, we'll be right there.
So, where were we?
I think we were atop the Empire State Building at 3 in the morning, and you were wearing a teddy.
Eric, what is your problem?
My problem is at the salad bar.
It wasn't my idea to invite them along, but I don't see what's so awful about them being here. We're a very close family. I guess they're just kind of protective.
Oh, yeah, Simone. They're perfectly normal. Why do I feel like giving them CPR?
Well, if you don't like my parents, I guess you don't like me either.
And if you didn't want to be with me, you should have just said so.
Fine, Eric. Have it your way. I don't want to be with you.
So it must have been really cold up there at 3 in the morning.
Freezing.
Yeah. Nothing but this real thin silk.
Very exciting salad bar.
3 kinds of olives.
3.
Where's Simone?
She went to the,
Oh, the... Eric, may we speak frankly?
Please, speak. We make it a point to meet anyone that Simone wishes to go out with.
Oh, and I missed the wrong, right?
Oh, no.
Oh, you're just as she described you.
I can imagine.
She said you were bright, honest, creative.
A bit difficult, but utterly charming, to be precise.
We just wanted to see for ourselves.
I don't think we'd be betraying a confidence to tell you that she's quite...
Smitten?
Smitten?
Oh, very. Just like I was. Am with Mr. Foster.
So we know you two will be seeing a lot of each other, and...
We're very pleased. And we want you to know that you're always welcome in our home.
Wow.
Mom? Daddykins? I have an unbelievable headache. I want to go home.
Listen, Simone, we were just talking and...
Really? I'd like to go home just this minute.
Oh, absolutely, dear. I'm sorry you're feeling so ill.
Eric, we'll have to do this some other time.
So I was reading recently in the New York Times that garter belts were making a comeback.
Yeah, it's amazing. All I ever get called for now is garter belts, garter belts, garter belts.
Well, it'll certainly have an effect on the pantyhose industry, I guess.
Hi.
Hi.
Listen, I got a problem.
Well, why don't we talk about it Monday?
Oh, right. You got kind of an intimate... It's cool. Okay.
Eric? Wanna pull up a chair?
Maybe just for a second.
This is my friend Babette. This is my student, Eric. Eric, Babette.
Hi.
So, I guess the date didn't work out, huh?
I'm sure it worked out, Mr. Moore. Kind of like the Dukakis campaign worked out. I don't even know why I just don't give up on her, you know? I can go out with any girl at school I want. But there's just something about Simone, you know? She's different. She's so sweet. She's so sensitive. She's so Simone, you know? Now her parents like me, but she hates me. She won't even speak to me. The whole thing's just all screwed up.
So what are you gonna do?
That's why I'm sitting here.
Eric.
I know. Monday.
No, now. Really. Simone's family is really a very important part of her life, you know? Well, I think you're gonna have to be patient. You gotta be sensitive to her needs.
It's what every woman is looking for.
I mean, it doesn't make any difference how macho you are. You know, you make a mistake, admit it.
So you're telling me I should apologize to her, right?
I'm telling you that you can get truly close to a woman if you allow yourself to be vulnerable.
I'll call her. Bye.
Wow.
Yeah, sorry, I guess I kind of put a damper on the evening.
No, that was just about the warmest, sweetest, most vulnerable thing I've ever heard. You know, I was starting to think you were some kind of underwear freak. But what you said was beautiful. It gave me a very warm feeling.
Really?
Maybe you should take me home.
Maybe I should pay for the drinks first.
Maybe you should hurry.
Yeah.
Put it
have hurt you to just come to the phone? I only tried to call you 10 times.
Well, I would have come to the phone if I ever wanted to speak to you again during my time on this planet.
What's everybody looking at? My guess is the shattered remnants of your relationship.
Okay, I'd like to finish up with the Roosevelts before Dr. Samuels bursts in and blows our concentration.
Hey, TJ's back.
Well, it sure beats TJ's front.
So much for concentration.
Hey, man, it's Monday morning. Where's my paper? What's my grade? A C. Unless that stands for cool, then you've lost it.
TJ, you had some real good stuff in there, but you must remember, in here, you have to go a little further. More research, more analysis. I realize that this was your first essay.
I hear you. I just didn't cut it, that's all. I knew it.
Well, I'm sure that with time...
I knew I should have put in my notes from Senator Russell's comment in Article 2, Section 1. Damn. Article 2? You know about that? And I knew I should have put in the part from Sloane's column on the legislative intent and the report of the House Judiciary Committee and a bibliography. I'm such a dweeb. She read the Sloane column? I read all that stuff. I just didn't know it was supposed to be in the essay.
Well, you know, TJ, you're actually quite erudite. That means smart.
Actually, it means scholarly, stupid. Thanks anyway.
Look, I tell you what. You want to redo the paper, I'll reconsider the grade.
I'll have it to you by lunch.
I'll be waiting for it. Back to the Roosevelts. Now, once the president had become quite ill, Eleanor took a much more public role, and it was truly an equal partnership. Simone?
Sorry, Mr. Moore, but I just doubt that it was truly equal. I'm sure Roosevelt did whatever he wanted with no regard to Eleanor's feelings or those of her family.
Yeah, well, maybe Eleanor forgot that FDR had feelings, too. But then again, how could he explain them when Eleanor wouldn't come to the phone?
Well, I'm sure Eleanor had more important things to do than listen to FDR's insults.
Oh. Will you take this historical debate into the hall, please? Yeah, take a seat, please. I've asked the two of you out here for two reasons. First of all, I happen to know that the two of you have known and liked one another for quite some time. Is that correct?
Sure.
Right?
Yes, well, this tells me that whatever is going on between the two of you now is temporary. And I'm confident that once you settle your differences, you will once again be, at the very least, good friends. Now, all you need is a quiet place to do that. Okay?
Right.
Sure. What was the second reason?
I need a quiet place to teach my history class. So if you'll excuse me.
Eric, I didn't want to say this in front of Mr. Moore, but I don't know how you and I can be friends after you insulted me and my family. Is that your idea of a nice date?
Hey, you gotta admit, it's not easy spending the evening with Howdy and Mrs. Duty.
You're doing it again. Look, if you can't say anything nice, just don't say anything.
Great, Simone, then that'll be four of us not talking. Look, Simone, I like them. Really. And I was a jerk. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry I walked out. They really like you.
No, they told me.
Well, why didn't you tell me?
I tried to tell you 10 times. Look, if we're gonna go out, we gotta communicate.
I know. I guess it's gonna be difficult, you and I being so different.
But I think it might be worth it, Simone. You wanna try again? This Friday? You could even bring your parents along.
No, I'd really rather just be us. If that's okay.
That's definitely okay.
Eric, I have a confession to make. There was another reason I didn't mind my parents coming. I guess I was a little afraid to be alone with you.
Come on, Simone. You can trust me.
It's not you I didn't trust.
Yourself?
I don't think about poetry all the time.
Hot messages for you. This is getting pretty good. Big weekend plans here. Nice doing business with you. All right, be
All right, Babette.